This is not just a story about a grandmother. Love that waits quietly, and the people we assume will always be there until one day, they aren't. 1. The house at the end of Maple Street. The house at the end of Maple Street always looked a little older than the rest of the neighborhood. While the other homes had been renovated, repainted, and modernized, this one stayed the same: white wooden panels slightly faded, green shutters chipped at the edges, and a small porch that creaked with every step. That house belonged to my grandma. In America, people called her Margaret. To me, she was simply Grandma. Every evening, no matter the weather, the porch light stayed on. It glowed soft yellow, like a promise. When I was younger, I believed that light was meant just for me. I didn't know then how much waiting that light would do. 2. Starting over in a new country. We moved to the United States when I was 12 years old. New Jersey felt cold not just because of the winter, but because everything sounded unfamiliar. The language, the schools, the faces. I didn't know how to fit in. My parents worked long hours. Survival came first. Dreams came later. Grandma was the one who filled the empty spaces. She picked me up from school in her old blue sedan, always asking the same question: "Did you learn something new today?" Even when I said no, she smiled as if I had. At home, she made grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. Even though she herself barely ate, she watched me eat like it was her reward. At night, when homesickness hit me the hardest, she sat at the edge of my bed and talked about her childhood, about growing up during hard times, about losing people and still finding reasons to laugh. "You survive by loving," she once said, "and by forgiving time for moving too fast." I didn't understand her then. 3. The rocking chair philosophy. Grandma owned many things, but the rocking chair was her favorite. It faced the street, positioned perfectly to watch the world go by. She rocked slowly, hands folded in her lap, eyes full of stories. "Life is like this chair," she told me one afternoon. "As long as you keep moving, you don't fall." I laughed. Years later, that sentence would break me. 4. Growing up and growing away. High school came with friends, sports, and distractions. Grandma became background noise, always there, always waiting. She still asked me to sit with her on the porch. I told her I was busy. She still cooked dinner on Sundays. I ate quickly and left. She never complained. Instead, she said, "You're becoming someone. That takes time." College acceptance letters arrived. I left town. The porch light stayed on. 5. Phone calls that became shorter. At first, I called every week, then every month, then only on holidays. Grandma never mentioned how long it had been. She talked about the weather, the neighbor's dog, the roses in her yard. I talked about deadlines. We spoke different languages now. 6. The first fall. The call came during finals week. She fell. My mother said, "Nothing serious." I told myself I would visit soon. I didn't. 7. Winter. Hospitals, and silence. The second call came in winter. This time, it was serious. Hospitals smell like fear and disinfectant. Machines beeped where conversations should have been. Grandma looked smaller in the bed, like life had started letting her go. She smiled when she saw me. "I knew you'd come," she whispered. I held her hand and realized how fragile it felt. 8. The last conversation. She asked me if I was happy. I said yes. She knew I was lying. "Don't rush life," she said. "It leaves whether you're ready or not." She closed her eyes. 9. The morning without her. The nurse covered her face with a white sheet. The porch light went off. 10. Aftermath. The house was sold. The rocking chair was donated. But sometimes when I drive down Maple Street, I swear I see a light glowing at the end. And I remember, love waits, even when we don't. End.